Hey guys, my name is Danny and I'm your life and relationship coach. And I wanted to talk about signs that your wife is cheating. Now, if you are watching this video, first and foremost, I'm sorry that you find yourself in this situation. I empathize. I know it is not an easy situation to be in. And the unknown, the lack of information can drive people crazy. And it can be hard to navigate those emotions and be able to actually have effective and productive communication with your spouse in order to try to figure out what is really going on. So again, I just want to empathize with you, but I wanted to provide you guys with some tips, some things that you can keep an eye out on in regards to signs that are suspicious or maybe not normal in your relationship. Now, I want to clarify and I want to say these things individually do not necessarily mean that your spouse or that your wife is cheating, right? Usually it's when they are coupled together that we really kind of see the red flag raised. So I just want to clarify that because there are times where people go through fluctuations of wanting to have sex and not wanting to have sex, or not wanting to talk and communicate because they're going through something stressful. So just because those things are happening individually, I want to be very clear and let you guys know that that does not necessarily mean that they are cheating, right? It is when everything is together. So let's give you guys some tips, maybe some indications, some things for you to be on the lookout for if you think that your wife may be cheating. The first one is secrecy around technology, right? So she's hiding her phone more. She's not really wanting to show you who she's texting, who she's calling. Maybe she's changed her password on her social media so you can't access social media. You can't access her phone. She's changed the password on her phone. There's just a lot more secrecy around technology. And if this is something that is different, if this is a change that you're noticing, then it's something that you want to be on the lookout for. Now, I want to also clarify something. You should not be going through your partner's phone. There are certain healthy boundaries that are established in a relationship, and one of the categories under healthy boundaries is personal privacy. And personal privacy is your ability to exercise your freedoms in regards to being on your phone and your computer without your spouse or your partner wanting to know who you're talking to, what you're doing, and what you're doing online, right? But if there is a very significant, obvious change in the pattern of behavior, then this is something that may be a little bit concerning and you want to just be consciously aware of. The second one is she becomes more hostile towards you, right? So you're having a lot more arguments. She seems to be a lot more emotionally volatile, and you don't really know how to navigate conversations with her. And oftentimes this happens because there is a level of guilt and shame that your partner is probably feeling in regards to the infidelity if they are cheating. And when people feel guilty, when people feel ashamed, they have a tendency of getting into a defensive mode, right? Because they're putting these walls up to try to protect themselves emotionally, or try to push back, like to the back of their mind, the action or the reality of the repercussions if you were to find out. So they start lashing out on you. They start getting angry with you. And on a deeper, more emotional level, if your partner is having an affair with somebody else and they feel a deeper emotional bond or connection to that person, they may be upset and pissed with you because why can't they have that with you? Or why didn't you just listen to them when they told you that they wanted to be more intimate, or that they needed you to communicate more, or that they needed to feel more supported? So they had to go outside of their relationship to find that to be fulfilled. So oftentimes there can be some kind of emotion driving those outbursts. So this is obviously something else that you really kind of want to be consciously aware of when you are thinking that your partner may potentially be cheating. The third one is sex is less frequent or non-existent. And again, I want to clarify, these things individually do not necessarily mean that there is some cheating going on. But particularly with sex, people go through waves, through phases, right? Everybody has libido, and sometimes you feel like having sex and sometimes you don't. For women in particular, you know, they go through their time of the month and their hormones are all over the place and they just may not be in the mood. They don't feel as good about themselves, whatever the case may be. It is natural for people to go through periods of not wanting to be intimate or having sex. But if you have noticed a significant change in the pattern of behavior in regards to how often you guys have sex, the connectivity of you guys when you're having sex, that's all things that you should be paying attention to. The fourth one is spending more time outside of the house, right? So whether that be they are spending more time at work, they're spending more time with friends, they're going out and spending more time with family, they just aren't spending as much time at home. And if that is something that is drastically different than before, then of course is something that you should keep your eye out on. Now, that does not mean that you necessarily need to jump to the conclusion that they are cheating and accuse them of cheating, but it's something that you might want to have a conversation with them about and say, hey, I notice that you're spending a lot more time outside of the house. Is there something wrong? Is there something that I can do to make you feel more comfortable staying at home for longer periods of time and not going out all the time? You know, this kind of opens the doorway to that kind of conversation without having to be accusatory or blame them for whatever is going on. Because like I said, if your partner is also more hostile towards you, navigating those conversations is going to be a delicate process. And the last one, number 5, is just less communication overall. Your partner doesn't want to share with you their day-to-day life, what's going on. They just aren't really speaking to you as much anymore. And if they are speaking, it's just very surface. It's just kind of generic things that you're talking about. So things that you may need at the grocery store, or, you know, a homework that your son or your daughter has to complete, or, you know, things that have to get done throughout the week. Just very surface, minimal, non-connective type conversation, right? Less quality conversation. And if this is different for you guys, and this is something that you're picking up on, again, this is something that you may want to pay attention to. Just to review, there are 5 possible indications that your wife may be cheating. The first one is more secrecy surrounding her technology. The second one is she's more hostile towards you than usual. The third is sex is less frequent or non-existent. The fourth is she's spending more time outside of the house with friends, family, or at work. And the fifth one is just less communication overall. If you guys liked this video, if you feel like you're related to this video, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. I love having open dialogue with people. So if this is something that you are currently experiencing, or you experience this, or you feel like I may have missed something, please make sure you leave your comments down below. I love to read them. If you just want a little bit more detail and you want to know a little bit more about the situation, you can visit us at happylycommitted.com. We have a multitude of different articles and blogs and videos that you can utilize. We also provide different trainings and products as well. So if for you, you're really just trying to understand how to communicate with your partner, and you really want to effectively communicate and understand your partner to a degree and to a level where you're able to reconnect again, there is an incredible communication training on the products in the product section of the website. And it will help you to understand the basics of communication and also how to deal with conflict resolution. I promise you, it will change the dynamic of your relationship. And oftentimes what I find is people that are in this situation just lack the ability or the skills to be able to communicate productively and efficiently. Again, my name is Danny. I'm your life and relationship coach. I hope you guys are staying happy and healthy, and I'll see you guys soon.